Hey guys, I know I look like I'm very far away, and technically I am, but I want you to be able to see the table. There we go. You can see the table now. Okay, what I've got here to make the mini scrapbooks is I've got stickers and the decals flying. I just grabbed a handful of these things. There might even be stickers. Are these stickers? Oh, they are stickers. Yes, means I don't have to glue them. These kinds of stickers, which have all kinds of neat designs on them that we'll look at. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make two of these all together. I'm going to make one that's all mom and one that's all dad. I didn't grab any pictures, unfortunately. So, got my cutter. There, turned you down just a little bit. Okay, my cutter, paper, more paper. What I thought I would do, that's for after, although I might use it in this project also. I'm just going to move some of my stuff to another spot so I have room. Alright, I need to decide on colors. But I want to do a cover in one of these fancy papers. Next time I go to Blessing Barn, I'm stocking up. In case you don't know what that is, if you don't live in this area, it's a charitable thrift store. They sell items, and the money goes to help a program for the disabled, for the intellectually disabled. So, trains. Yeah, that's not quite right. I like this as a cover. I like this as a cover. I'm gonna put that aside as a potential cover. I'm trying to think of what mom would like. Dad, he would say, I don't care. I know he would like green of some sort. So, I would like to find a more farm-based cover for my mother, just because that was her life, you know. And even as an adult, you can take the girl out of the farm, but boy, you can't take the farm out of the girl. Look at all the clothes hanging on the line. That'd be mom too. And actually, if I was going to do one on me, right there. It's got bicycles, boom boxes, headphones, Walkmans, globes, cassette tapes, Atari controllers, sunglasses, not Kodak, what do you call them? The instant camera, Polaroid, push pins. Look at that, that's my bike right there. Anyway, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a banana seat. It's one up on the top too. So if I was making one about me, that would be it. That could be appropriate for my mom too, but it's cut. I didn't cut it, because I would have used it straight up as a background. But everybody has their own ideas of what they want for backgrounds. What I'd like to find from my dad in this mess is stuff that relates to like the 50s and 60s when he was a kid. Just like I just found all that relates to the 80s when I was a kid. So that's what I would like to find. I do like this one. My father loved music and was actually the only one of us that could sing. So this one might be good for him. Look how shiny that is. So I'm going to set that aside, but I'm not fully convinced on it yet. Well, this is kind of from his era. I don't know if that's really for a man. His favorite color was green. And if I could find a nice green like this, actually, no, I want a printed one. I was going to say, I can do a green, but I want a printed one for him. And I think I'm going to go with, what's this one? Is this? Nope, they're elephants. I was going to say, they're monkeys riding elephants. I was going to say, are there cats on that? Because that would be perfect. That would be epic. That's a nice one. What about, this is green. Oh, this is the one I wanted for me. But you know what? It's got old cars on it. It does have the old bicycles, his keys, the old cars. And it's green. So, this one's going to be Dad's. The one I picked out that I thought would be good for me is going to be Dad's. Just because I don't want to do one for myself anyway. So. And it is more on the masculine side, so. And that right there, and these are going to be the actual pages. So, but before we get into that, we need to take a trip to the hallway to get pictures. So, let me get you off of there. Gotta get the stickers off here. My nose. These are just the seals. This is a pain. I wonder how long after Nystatin I can eat and drink. I would really like to drink my water. Yeah, middle of his will be green. The middle of hers will be blue. So, got my paper cutter. First thing we need to do, before I do that, let me grab the blue ribbon because that's going to be the smallest ribbon to create the binding. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be the smallest ribbon to create the binding. And I have a hole punch to do that. So, they recommend taking a ribbon going around. I'd rather use the hole punch, make the two holes, top and bottom, and thread the ribbon that way and tie it. And I think it'll be more secure. So we're going to start with that. So these are the pictures I took out that I didn't want to bore you with. I think I can break now. Oh, it hurts. I think I still have a piece of prednisone stuck in my throat. But it's okay. That stuff dissolves really fast, so probably not. Ow. Because it's been hours since it's been, let's see. Oh yeah, over an hour since I took it. That's not prednisone. That's a gas bubble. again. That's a gas bubble. I do have to look up how long I have to wait to eat and drink after taking that. This is what we're gonna do. Dad's favorite color was green. Probably not this exact green, but yeah, see, I told you it was a gas bubble, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. The antibiotics. Horrible. Pull this out. I'm going to do 3 pages. 2, 3. Okay. And I'll pull Mom's blue out before I put it down. 1, 2, 3. Can I get them all at once? I did. Excellent. Okay. Now, what we do is we take our cover that we've decided on. I need to cut this little end off. Oh, there we go. Trying to get it straight on. Oops, that's not. What is going on that side? Yeah. There we go. Now, we take this and we actually fold it. No, we fold it half. No, not the long way. Either way, it's going to be the long way. What the heck? I don't want to fold it in half like that. These are supposed to be small, not awkwardly long. I think this needs to be cut in half. Right in the middle. Right dead center. Is that dead center? I hope. Okay. That's better. Still need to get rid of that bottom. There we go. Okay. Now you fold it top to bottom like this. That's what you're looking for. Okay. Let's move this one aside. Yeah, it's gas. Oh, I gotta change your battery. Just looking for a pen. Looking for a pen. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Looking for a pen. I just want to mark you up. Anyway. This should not be difficult to find a pen. Okay, this is the other stuff. I'm going to put this all together. The big scrapbook. I need to find a pen. Oh, I have a zillion of them right here. So let's use this one. Okay. Alright. Right there. Okay. Now, to line up the paper cutter with line up the actual cutter with that line. Let me move the cutter out of the way. I need to put it down here. Actually, I'll just flip it. And we'll align the cutter, which is right here. Yeah, align the cutter with that line. Align the cutter with the line. Good. That's crooked. Why is that so crooked? Because the line is crooked. Okay. Coming on the line a little bit. There we go. Okay. Actually, that's really good. Next. Okay. Next. Same thing. Line it up. Draw a line. Put it in. Make sure it's on the line. And give it a cut. What? Oh, there we go. That one. I just need to get this edge a little cleaner. I might need a paper cutter. Oh, there we go. Okay. Took off the ragged edge. That's much better. And we'll let it go. I'm just going to try to go right in the middle. I want this side of it. I want it straight. Perfect. The middle one's a little smaller, but perhaps, nope. Okay, these two, is this one bigger? It might be. Hold on. Nope. I'm going to try that one again. These two are very, very even in size. That one is not. So what I'm going to do is grab another green page. And see. I'm going to cut it in half. Okay. Right there. Oops. Perfect. Next one, let me check this side. Perfect. Good. Okay. This paper will not go to waste. It will go right here with all my scraps. Food. Okay, what you do after you fold it, I'm going to fold each piece individually because they're so thick. What you do, I'm also going to punch each piece individually because they're thick. And they're going to go in each other. So let me grab the punch. We're going to do top. I personally think this is going to be stronger and bottom than the way that they did it in the tutorial that I watched, because they literally took the string and just went a wide ribbon and went up along here and around. Didn't like that idea. Alright, I want to make sure I get these in the right spots. Yeah, they pretty much need to be right at the top and right at the bottom. I don't think I can really mess that up, but you never know. I want them as lined up as they can be, you know? If they could be done all together, that'd be great, but this is cardstock, so I don't think so. A little shaky from my meds, sorry. Okay, put those two together. know, my hole's just a little bit off. Let's see if I can. Shaking. I'm shaking from the prednisone. There we go. Okay. Make sure this. I'm gonna put this on the outside just because I want to make sure that it's also. No, maybe I'll put it on the inside because I had these two together correctly. There we go, right there, like that. Then we put this one. See if all three will work together in this bunch. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Maybe if I were stronger. Oh my God. I didn't have the steroid shakes. Ow. Damn it. Which one is off? Well, actually, they're not really off. Then we put the cover, and I'm going to leave it open in order to do the string so that I get the string through each one. What I might do, I know what I'm going to do, make this a lot easier on myself, a lot less of a headache. Okay. My scissors. I have to cut the string with my scissors. Can't cut that with a paper cutter. So I need to grab my scissors, which are right here. Okay, guys. Ouch. That still feels like there's a prednisone in my throat. I know there isn't, but that's what it feels like. Been way too long for that. Alright, I'm going to put it through the first hole of each one. Okay. Very tippy top hole of each one. This would be ever so much easier if I didn't have the prednisone shakes, but anyway. Not that I'm particularly good at this stuff anyway, but okay. And yes, I'm only doing the first hole because now that I've got it through, I'm going to go back through the other way and put it through the other top hole and tie the top ribbon and go to the bottom. Okay. Oh, I was able to do both of those at the same time. Perfect. And do the top. Oh, just the pen. No big deal. And do top from the cover. There we go. Okay, what I'm going to do is take this, now that it's through all the paper on the top, tie it. I'm going to double knot this. I'm going to cut it. Well, I'm going to put it in a bow, then I'm going to cut the excess. I'm going to do a double bow, like a shoelace bow. You know how you tie it in a bow, then you tie the two bows together and keep them together, like that. That's a little longer than it needed to be. So you know what I'm going to do? Now it's just tied it in a pretty knot with a little tassel. And that's how I'm going to do the top. So let's get to it. Ugh, I hate having zips. That feels way better going down even if it is hot. You need longer than you think you do to make life easier when you're doing this. One. Okay, that's weird how that came through. I don't like that. Oh, that's because I didn't. Uh-oh, I took it all out. Anyway. Zero coordination in the shakes. Not the best recipe for a good scrapbook. Anyway. I'm glad I didn't do any more pages than I did. Okay, let's put this in here. Okay, otherwise it would be a pain. It's already pretty difficult. Okay. Pull this so it's even. And I want to ask my tablet a question. If I can get to it. Okay. I'll ask it in front of you guys because I'm sure you have the same question. Hey Siri, why do I produce so much gas on antibiotics? Why do I produce so much gas on antibiotics?
Here's what I found.
Not helpful. Yeah, it's because in fighting the bad stuff in my lungs, it's killing the good stuff in my gut, which is causing my gut to produce gas. A lot of it. That's still too hot to actually drink. So. Because if the bacteria in your gut isn't right, then you will produce more gas. And I'm like, oops. Again, a double shoelace bow. It probably has a different name, but I call it a shoelace bow. And I cut them off so there isn't so much stuff going on. And you're left with that. Now, I want to put something on the front, like one of my, I have them in here. One of my, little tag things and write Dad. Here we go. I found a tag. I need to find one for Mom. Actually, I'll use this pretty green one for Dad and use that one for Mom. Because Dad likes green. Okay. Cut this off. Yeah, I don't need my paper cutter for this. Okay, that's Dad's. That's all the stuff back in my bag. Scrapbookers keep scraps. That's why we're called scrapbookers. Some of it I don't need and will get thrown away, but I put it back in my scrapbook holder. I'm getting a better one though. I have a better one coming in. That's for Mom's. Okay. Sorry, guys. Excuse me. I can't help it, guys. Oh, excuse me. Honestly, I can't help it. I'm not trying to be rude. Glue that on. Oh, you know what I didn't? Where did I put my scrapbooking gel pads? One second, guys. I think I know where they are. Okay. Got them. I actually like that container for that purpose. I do have, like I said, a case coming. It's a really cheap case, but it will do the purpose, you know? It'll serve the purpose. So we're gonna take a, hopefully this color will show up. Yep. Dad's life. Now let's see if I can find a sticker in my sticker pile here to put on top. These are all supposed to be like retro stickers. Oh, I need to put that on the front of Mom's. Or maybe that, she might like that better. Whoops. What is that? I think it's supposed to, oh, it's a record player. Oh my goodness, that might be perfect. Oh my goodness. Everything we should have said. That's going to be mine. Because it's a cassette tape player. One of the things my parents were kind of known for. Everything we said instead. Yeah, maybe that cassette tape for me. Anyway, I'm looking for something. I mean, the record player is good, but I'm looking for something even better if I can find it. Yeah, I don't want a heart for that. Or butterfly, or rainbow. I mean, my dad would say, oh, I don't bleeping care, but I do. I want it to look like something he would like. And he would like anything I did, don't get me wrong. Ooh. This carrot is going on, Mops. I'll find it, guys. I think the wax seal would be cute, but that has nothing to do with that. So, little newspaper clippings, little. What's this? I don't know. I think I'm going with the record player, guys. Yeah, I think I'm going with the record player. Oh, wait a minute. This one's cute. Sort of a piece of a newspaper under magnifying glass. Just, it would show his age. Sorry, Dad. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, I'm gonna just trim this edge so it's not so uneven. So it actually comes more even. And then we can start putting in the pictures. And showing off Daddy's life. Okay, now, I'm gonna come in. I want to cover the clothes on the clothesline. I have other pictures, other stickers as well. Where did I put them? My bigger sheets of stickers. I'm pretty sure I left them over here. Those are the bigger sheets. Yeah, here we go. Try to. Oh, that's perfect. Try to cover up that. Oops, what's that say? You are good enough. And I wish we had known that in life. I'm gonna get that shooting star. Oh, shoot. A piece of cheese. Oh, that's appropriate. In a weird way. We'll do the sun. He loved the sky. A couple of iterations of the sun here. A banana. My father loved to eat. Be free. You are free now, Daddy. Okay. I'm going to put a bunch of stars on here too. Because like I said, he loved this guy. He knew this guy so well. I look out, I see a full moon. And I know he's watching it with me from a viewpoint I can't even imagine. And I know some people don't believe that. Well, I do. If that offends you, you have the opportunity and the free will to click off said video, because this is my channel. I'm Punky. He gave me that name, and yeah. Not only do you have the free will, you have every right if you choose. So I'm going to try to find, I'm going to go to the back cover and cover the inside of the back cover as well. The guy reminds me of him as a boy. We'll do this one. And his cats were his kings, so we'll do this one. I'm going to do this dragon because he loved, like, he liked science fiction, but he also liked comic books, and he liked, what do you call it? Well, he liked his action movies, obviously. He liked comic book sci-fi, fantasy. He liked he knew all the gods, the gods the Greeks believed in and stuff, and the you know, he knew all of that. So, and I think I'll put a bunch of stars, a couple of smileys on this side as well. Gotta do green, and we'll do green stars on this side because his favorite color was green. Mom's was blue. I always got that backwards. Hey Mom, I finally have it straightened out. I only used blue stars on the front because typically stars are not green, but that's okay. And my mother loved the sky too. That was just, it was Dad's absolute passion. And him and I would do weather stuff together. I got a weather setup where you put it on a pole and it would measure rain and it would measure wind. And he used to go out with me in the wintertime and we'd see how much snow was in it and we'd see how much rain was in it. It was just something that him and I did, you know. Okay. I don't think I have anything else on these two that will. I'm going to do this bird and dog because my dad had a dog when he was little and he absolutely loved animals. Let me find a spot here. Right there. Okay, now let's start decorating his life. So we're probably going to use a couple more of these. I'm going to put the record player for sure. That's going to go in here somewhere for sure. This is Dad and Puffy. I'm going to cut this because it's kind of big. What is in that big tub? I'm going to have to take the magnifying glass to that. That's got me curious. Don't worry, most of my pictures I have 3 of, so I'm not cutting up anything that, but it's going to stay here anyway, you know. Okay, where's my glue stick? Where's my glue stick? How did I lose my glue stick? Oh, I think I got there's my glue stick. What I think I do is my glue stick, and I'm gonna use some more. I need my glue stick. Where is my glue stick, guys? Thought I had it right here. Oh, I do. It's over here. Okay. Oh my gosh, the cover's not on it. Well, that's a way to dry out a glue stick. Need to find my cover. Okay. Trying to find, one that will go good with Hem and Puff. I may, you know what? Their hearts were sealed together, so let's do a seal. Dad taught that cat tricks. I can't even see how many minutes we've been going, guys. Oh, we've been going a long time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this a two-part video. We're not gonna do the other video today. I'm gonna make this a two-part video. I'm gonna say goodbye. Thank you for joining me, and I will be right back for the second part. Please subscribe.